I've got the book How to Wear a Sari by Darshana Khiani. I'm going to show you exactly the questions to ask while you're reading this book with your child so that you get the most out of reading comprehension. First of all, a little cultural knowledge. Wearing a sari, I had to Google this, is like a coming of age thing in a lot of South Asian countries. So like when a girl at a certain point of her life, there's like a ceremony, there's a thing, and she's given her first sari to wear. So it's a thing. All right, themes in the story. Growing up and independence, obviously, it's like a coming of age thing. Embracing mistakes and imperfections, family connection and tradition, and cultural pride and joy. Those are the themes we're going after in this book. All right, the first question. Central idea. What problem is the character facing? What is getting in her way? What does she want to do? So all of this is directed at her desire to be independent. She's frustrated that she's little, the adults call her little, the adults shelter her like one does with all little kids. She's frustrated, she wants to be seen as adult, she wants to be seen as independent, okay? And how is she gonna do that? She's going to wear a sari. Central idea question, how does the girl propose to resolve the problem? I just said that she's going to put on a sari and prove to everyone, all the adults around her, that she too is grown up and can be treated as such. Interpret words and phrases. Using context clues, what do you think the word unwieldy means? So she says that saris are long and unwieldy and that makes them difficult to wear. So the word unwieldy is the one we're focusing on. Do the words help? A little bit. Does the illustration help? A little bit. But it's a good word and it's worth, having a conversation of what do you think unwieldy means? Or use the strategy of replacement. Is there a familiar word that you think you could replace unwieldy with that would keep the meaning the same? All right, jumping forward, character development. What does her behavior tell us about what she is feeling inside? There's a lot of excitement and a lot of determination in what she's doing here. So she's digging through the clothes, she's picking out the right one, she's very determined to find the right one. I think the determination comes on the next page. I think this is more just excitement, like she wants to get it right. This is important, she wants to get it right. Yeah, this is where we see a little bit more determination, like coming through based on her actions. Character development. How does she react to putting on her first sari? There's a lot of trial and error. There's like 4 pages dedicated to her like getting it on the right way. It's not easy. She tries, she fails, it's hard. But she never gives up. She shows determination, she shows perseverance, and she wants to like get this sari on the right way because it's important to put it on the right way. If you put it on poorly, then it's not going to look good. And that would defeat the purpose. All right, jumping forward, character development. How does she react to finding a hole in it after finishing? So she finds a hole in it where she puts the brooch in to like pin it onto the sari blouse underneath. So like she finishes everything and then she's like, there's a hole. Final step, discovers that there is a hole when she is completing the final step of putting this sari on. But that does not discourage her. This goes with the theme of like dealing with imperfection. She's like, that's fine, I'll cover it up with a sari pin, and like that's how we're gonna work with it. So she deals with imperfections very easily. She's not frustrated by it. And follow-up character development question, what do her actions show us about what she's feeling inside? So she puts on a lot of jewelry and to complement her sari outfit. And it shows that she has a lot of pride in her culture and like putting on these finishing touches, lots of gold jewelry, lots of sparkles, sparkly shoes. So she is very proud and excited to be like completing this outfit in the perfect way. That gets to the theme of cultural pride. Okay, here she has it looks like it's like a family reunion or something happening. She has tripped out. Things have not gone as planned. She falls in her sari. Integrating visual information. So you have to look at the pictures here to actually know what's going on. How do the pictures and the words work together to help us understand what is happening? You have to look at this part of the picture right here where it says, I will not play in my mom's sari. So that's when you realize through the whole story, like, she wasn't putting on her own sari. She was digging through her mom's closet. She was putting on her mom's sari in secret because all the family's down here. She left the party, went to go put on her mom's sari, and now came down to show off, and it did not go as well. So she had to write a letter that she's not going to play in her mom's saris. So the pictures tell us that that is happening. That is not stated in the text. So yeah, it's not stated in the text. You literally have to look at the pictures and decipher that those plot events because it's not in the text. Changes things because now we know, oh, she's not just playing dress up, she's actually like doing something she shouldn't have been doing. Not a huge deal, but it's a detail in the story. Okay, central idea. What message or moral or lesson does the author want us to take away? Okay, so this last picture, okay, so they got a picture of her dressed up in the sari. That picture's right here. I actually covered it up. But somebody in her family snapped a picture of her dressed up in her mom's sari, tripping and falling all over herself. Fumbling, you know, not perfect. So this is an album of photos of other family members of hers making mistakes and being imperfect. So the moral here is like, okay, well, that's your picture. Now you get to go in the imperfect family album. So it's again like making connections with the family, and everybody's imperfect, and this album just highlights everybody's imperfections, and obviously everybody is okay because of those imperfections. Nobody's gonna judge them or like say that they're dumb because of those imperfections. So this also gets to the theme of like accepting imperfections, embracing mistakes, they are fine. Family connection, because in the end the story is like about family. All right, I think we hit everything. Growing up independence, that is her desire that drives her. Embracing mistakes and imperfections, that is the big moral at the end. Family connection and tradition, that big moral at the end. Cultural pride and joy. So that is How to Wear a Sari by Darshana Khiani. So I hope you grab this book with your kid and have a lot of fun reading it.